Hi, this is Mr. Perez. This is your senior year scheduling video. So a lot of this you've already done before, but we're just going to cover some highlights, talk about some changes and additions to programs that we're offering, and remind you of some key information moving forward in the process. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so now we're looking at the email that you received regarding your scheduling. And along with the email, there are two attachments. The first attachment is labeled Scheduling for Senior Year. The second attachment is your core course sheet, which we'll look at momentarily. So you can see both of those listed in the process. You're already watching the video. That's helping you guide in the process. That's great. To look at any course descriptions, you'll check out the curriculum guide, which we found by clicking on that link. That'll take you to the 1920 curriculum guide to tell you the levels of courses, the prerequisites, and the course descriptions overall. Everything's being done through the portal as we've done the past couple of years. And this year we've added the summer classes, including driver's education. If you are signing up for that, you'll be doing that through the online system. So we'll be seeing that momentarily. So the questions that you need to ask yourself and some guideline processes in there is, how do you get yourself to 7.5 credits? So again, as a senior, you need to have 7.5 credits during the school year. This means that you'll have one study hall during the school year. Going forward, if you want to have 2 study halls, we'll talk about the summer program that you can take to do that. Be sure to read everything that's enclosed so you know the information for the summer and the school year. And if you're wondering what a course is about, you can check the curriculum guide that's found on the academics link on the St. Patrick homepage. There's 2 important questions to think about again, especially with senior year approaching and college right around the corner. What do you want to study in college or do for a career? The courses should be aligned with future career plans. And secondly is, what courses are going to help prepare you for college and career worthiness. So while it might seem that you're taking something that looks quote unquote easy, and that's one reason, the better reason to take a class is because it's going to be rigorous, it's going to be pretty for college, and it's going to help you get ready for your next stage in life. So you want to look at the courses that are going to do those things and pick your classes appropriately. We do offer some classes through the Online Learning Academy, through the Archdiocese of Chicago, and that information is there. And know that, again, that all of us here at St. Patrick High School, your counselors, your teachers, and I are more than willing and able to help you make this process go as smoothly as possible. Okay, so we've gone back to the core course placement sheet, that second attachment in your email, and it lists the classes that are required for senior year. So every senior takes a full year of British literature. Every senior will have a full year of some kind of math. For some, it'll be financial algebra. Others might have algebra 2. Still others will have calculus, pre-calculus, or modeling and statistics. But everybody will need a full year of math for senior year. You have a full year of religion in the senior year, which is a semester of Christian lifestyles, a semester of social justice. You'll have a half year of economics that will be studying how the economy works, how do decisions that the government makes, and how do decisions that consumer makes affects the overall growth and economic life of the country. We'll talk about what PE 630 is momentarily, but you should have a PE course. The other classes you might have on there in exchange for that is 646, 647, 648, or 649. Those are varsity PE classes. We'll talk about those in a moment. And then 872 or 873 or 841 or 844 is government, which is a senior year course. That takes you to 4.5 credits total. Some of you might have your 4th year of a language. So you might have a 4th year of Spanish. You might have a 4th year of French. You might have a 4th year of Chinese. Remember that those are electives. You don't need to take the 4th year. Although keep in mind the rule of 2 or 4. So 2 years of the same world language gets you admittance into a college. 4 years of the same world language means that you typically do not have to take it in college. So if you are scheduled for your 4th year, it's to your advantage to take the 4th year of the language. If you don't wish to take the 4th year of a language, see your teacher, and we'll make adjustments to your schedules. So most of you will have 4.5 credits. If you have that 4th year of a language, you have 5.5 credits, which means that you need to get to that 7.5 credits. So if you have 4.5 credits, you need to find 3 credits worth of electives. If you have 5.5 credits, you need to pick 2 credits worth of electives, and we'll see how to do that momentarily. Again, the curriculum guide is there. Please talk with your counselors and your teachers and your parents for any questions that you have. Make your choices appropriately now, because there will be charges for changes after that date. And again, you need to carry that 7.5 credits during the year, and that does include any summer courses. So back to this point in time, So we've got the required courses. So we're going to talk about, I said before, you got 5.5 and it says 4.5 here, but we're going to talk about why there's a difference momentarily. So every senior, again, has these required classes. And I don't need to recap them, but to reemphasize the fact with this 630 number, this 630 is a generic placeholder for a PE class. Those of you who are not scheduled for a varsity sport will have 630 on your course schedule. That means that you need to pick one of these options, 634, 635, or 652 from the course listings. If you have that 646, 647, 648, or 649, you've got athletic conditioning on your schedule card. You don't need to worry about that. This 630 is already included as part of your course selection. So if we go back a previous page, it'll have you already on the card as part of your projected credits. So don't think that you're adding this and still having addition. So you don't go 5.5 plus this half is 6. You're still only at 5.5. So this leaves most students with 3.5 credits and electives, but we'll talk about the physics or the other science momentarily. With 7.5 credits, you're given one study hall during your senior year. Again, the course placements for next year were based upon your current placements this year, and your current teachers made those recommendations. So if you have any questions or concerns about why you're placed at a certain level, please talk to your teachers. Okay, you already know the information about point number 3 as it's happened the previous 2 years, but if you have a question about why you were placed in a particular level, speak with your current teacher about that as soon as possible because he or she will explain why that placement was made. If you have not been placed in a 4th year of a language, I don't think there are many, if any of you, but if that's the case, you need to talk to your world language teacher about that. Point number 4 is an important one. Science is strictly an elective for senior year. You do not have to take any science courses in senior year to graduate. You have your 3 credits from your biology, your chemistry, and your physics that you've already taken. So you've got your 3 credits that are required. Physics is strictly, senior year, it's strictly an elective in that. We do have a wide variety of science courses you can take if you so choose to, which we'll look at momentarily. Here are our summer options. So we are offering a new course called Arts and Ideas. Notice that this is a Phoenix level course, so it's for students who need the more adaptive settings in the classroom. So it's a new fine arts class. We are offering visual design this summer as well as introduction to ceramics, and we are offering team sports as we have in the past. Notice the course schedules for those, so please pay attention as when these classes meet. For Arts and Ideas for visual design and introduction to ceramics, you can miss up to 2 days of time. For the PE, because it's only 3 weeks, you're only allowed to miss 1 day over those 3 weeks. So if you have something else that starts happening at the end of that, know that it's not best to sign up for those classes. Keep also in mind the last day of all those courses are typically final exam dates, so don't schedule anything to leave early before final exams. We are also offering driver's education for those students who need to take that. You'll see when those times are available down below. We've already talked to a small group of students regarding some new classes that we're offering through Lewis University, and that's our new computer science course or our new aerodynamics course. Both of those classes are operating on the same principle as the St. Mary's credit courses, so it's kind of they are packed credit, they are dual enrollment. So if you're taking these computer science courses through Lewis or aerodynamics, you can earn college credit. Now the way those courses are going to work is they will be a double period once a week. So they will meet for 2 periods once a week during the time. So they might meet C period and D period on Tuesdays only. The other days, on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, C and D for you would be a study hall. So the only way we can make this work in this schedule is if you take one of these summer courses during the upcoming summer. So if you wanted to take computer science or you wanted to take aerodynamics for next year, you need to enroll in one of these summer courses so that we can give you the double study hall during your year to get you that double period for either computer science or aerodynamics. If you have particular questions or concerns about that, please see me as soon as possible. We ask that you do make your course selections wisely, again, based upon your interest and your college and career plans. Preliminary registrations, again, will be determining the teaching assignments for next year, so we don't have a lot of changing after that process. Once this process is finalized in early May, you'll get an email from me that will have your course selections for next year, at which point in time you'll have about a few days to review that. And after those few days, those course selections get locked for 18-19 school year. And then after that, it could be subjected to a course change fee later on. Again, if you have any questions, please see your counselor or see me. Your counselors will be available up in the library during the lunch periods in the next few days and through next week, and I'll be coming up to the lunch periods as well on different days to meet with students in that case as well. So these are our courses again. Notice you have to pay attention to the number of credits they are. So a half credit is 1 semester course, a full credit is a 2 semester course. Classes are now available for senior year, a little different. Yearbook is available to help design and produce the school yearbook. In terms of the art classes, we do not have Art 1, Art 2, Art 3 anymore. We've redesigned those courses to be Drawing 1, Drawing 2, Painting 1, Painting 2, 3D Design, and Advanced Studio Art. So if you have questions about if you were in Art 1, or if you wanted to take Art 1, or you were Art 2 this year, or you were in Art 3 this year, which art classes you should take, you should talk to your current art teacher, and she will guide you in selecting which of these is best for you for next year. Other courses that are available here in terms of the fine arts, theater appreciation and public speaking are both PAC classes. Those are college level courses, so you can earn credit through St. Mary's University. And again, you need to make sure you meet the prerequisites. So read the prerequisites in the course guide to make sure that you're registering for the right classes. You cannot take Digital Music 2 if you have not taken Digital Music 1. You cannot take Graphic Design 4 unless you've had 3, 2, and 1 in graphic design. So again, make sure you're picking classes that fit in the correct sequence. The fine art teachers will be available in the library over the coming days between now and next Friday when schedules are supposed to be picked. They'll be in there during your lunch periods for you to talk to them in particular about classes that might be best for you if you want to continue in the fine arts tracks for next year. Okay, so now we're looking at the mathematics courses that we offer as electives. All of you will have 1 full year of a mathematics course as already existing in your schedule, but you're able to take more math if you wish to do so. So our Introduction to Computer Science course 527 is our internal course. It's currently being taught by Mr. Fleming. That's learning JavaScript. For those students who have already taken Computer Science 1 or even Computer Science 2, you could pursue computer science further by taking the Lewis University Computer Science course. That again will earn you college credit. This course, though, again, will be a double period, so it requires you to take something in the summer so that we can free up that time period so to have that double period during the school day. PAC Probability and Statistics, this is a college level course in probability and statistics, and you'll have more math credit getting out of high school going into college. Within our science department, again, note that these are all electives. None of these are requirements for graduations. You've already fulfilled your graduation requirements, so if you're interested in taking science, you could pick one of these courses. We have 3 new courses in the science department. We have forensic science, which is learning about crime scene investigation, learning about fingerprinting, DNA, blood splatter pattern analysis, other pieces that go into how do police officers and how do forensic investigators help to determine what happened in a crime scene. AP Physics is for our students who took physics at the honors level this year and would like to continue taking physics. This is a great course for people who want to go into engineering at the university level. If you take AP Physics, you will be required to take the AP test or the AP exam. That will take place next May. So you will need to take that class in order to finalize the credit for your AP Physics course. And the 3rd new course is the Aerodynamics course. That is a course that's being offered through Lewis University in their aviation program, learning more about flight dynamics, how do airplanes work, and the science behind flight. That again is one of those courses that requires you to enroll in summer classes. You can see the other science courses are listed. We are going to also emphasize the PAC class, the Human Anatomy Physiology class. That, like the Probability and Statistics, is a college level course. In our social studies courses, you can see the various options we offer here. We do offer a new course called Entrepreneurship and Small Business Operations. That's been added this year. This class will teach you about how to create your own business, how to start a company. It's not the same thing as incubator where you're creating it and you're designing the whole product and you're pitching it. This is just giving the fundamentals and the background of it. So you might be learning marketing skills and some things like customer service skills and market acquisition cost and labor laws. How do you hire somebody? How do you fire somebody? All that stuff that goes into running a business. Psychology at both the De La Salle and the college level are available next year as seniors. And last are the selection for the 630 junior senior PE. So if you have 630 on your card, note that that's already included in the either 4.5 or 5.5 credits that you have as your projected listing. So if you have 630, you're going to pick one of these classes to fulfill this. You don't add this to your 4.5 because it's already been included. If you have one of these numbers, 646, 647, 648, 649, you don't need to pick anything from this list. You're already good to go with that. And here are summer opportunities again, the arts and ideas, the visual design, the introduction to ceramics, or the team sports. Here's the schedule. Again, notice the last days of all those courses. Don't plan on being missing on those days. And again, it's 2 days for the top 2, only 1 day for team sports that you can miss. And the driver's education runs on that schedule for those of you who need to take it. All of this will be done through the online selection forms. That's where you will register for it, and parents who wish to pay for it, that will be added to the FACTS tuition account statement that'll be coming out in June. So this is for students. So parents, you do not have access to the course request form. We ask the students to complete that. So if you have questions about the course request form, please speak with your sons. So where do you find the course request form? You go and you log into your portal account. By logging in, you need to do that through a browser on either a computer or on your iPads. So you cannot do this through the Student Plus app. You have to do this through either a computer using Internet Explorer, Safari, Chrome, or your app using those same web browsers. When you open up your student portal, you'll go to your course request link, and at that point in time, you'll get the page that opens up here that shows your senior elective course selection sheet. And you're going to click on the View Edit button to take you to the actual link. Okay, so from your previous years, you already know how the course form basically works. So again, the courses are divided by departments. You only pick classes for which you are interested. If you don't want to take anything like journalism yearbook or journalism production, don't pick anything in those 3 classes. If you want to learn more about what the class will teach you and more about the prerequisites, you will click on the little gray circle here with the white exclamation point. That will open up a separate window. That window will have for you how long the class is, what level, is it Phoenix, is it Honors, is it De La Salle, is it PAC, and the prerequisites. The prerequisites, again, are those requirements that you will need to have met in order to take the class. If you don't meet the prerequisites, you won't be scheduled for the course. Now, all of these are required, some of them will require approval by teachers. So things like journalism and yearbook and journalism production requires approval by the teachers. I will generate the approval on that, and then if there's issues with that, I will be in contact with you. For your fine arts, you can see all the half the fine arts are listed here. For things like jazz band and for percussion and for concert band, the honors placement and will be done by Mr. Glowinski later on during the course of the year, or by Mr. Wojnicka later on after the course selection process has changed. So if you are in right now jazz band and you want to pursue honors jazz band, you just pick jazz band now, and Mr. Glowinski will make the recommendations for those. Again, please check the prerequisites because you want to make sure that you will get the approval by the teachers. The fine arts teachers will be available in the library during their lunch periods over the next couple days to help you with selecting a course. This is the continuation of all of our fine arts classes. Again, make sure that you're picking the right courses. You cannot take Drawing 2 unless you've taken Drawing 1. Now that could change if Ms. Blatchley or Mrs. Wood tells us differently. If that's the case, have one of them send me an email and we can look at that. Men's course follows the same idea as the honors band or honors percussion or honors concert band. If you are in chorus and you want to be an honors course, right now you register for chorus and Mr. Wojnicka will make the honors placements later on. Math courses down here are below. Again, just to emphasize one more time for the Lewis Computer Science course, that does require a summer course option. If a summer course option is difficult for you with the Lewis course and you really want to take that, please come and talk to me as soon as possible. Okay, in terms of our science electives, you see those here. Again, the aerodynamics is the Lewis course, which is the summer requirement. And again, I just keep emphasizing if you have any questions or concerns about that, come and talk to me. Anatomy physiology is the PAC level course and the AP physics classes there. You see all the business courses are listed. Again, if you want to take one or more of those, click on those. and you'll be registering, or you'll be selecting those as possible courses for next year. And just to look one more time with the PE requirement, this is a selection. So again, if you already have athletic conditioning 646, 647, 648, or 649, don't pick one of these. This is only for those students who have 630 on their course selection card. Then they should select between team sports, physical fitness, or lifeguarding for next year. Please keep in mind that with lifeguarding, you do need to have the ability to swim. If Mrs. Gibson has any questions about that, she'll schedule you for a swimming test in advance. There's one other thing we want to mention before we look at the summer fine arts. That's for students who are pre-registered for 143 Honors Economics. We will also be offering an AP Economics. That's course number 144. That would be AP Econ. For AP Econ, you will be required to take the AP test in May. So just like the physics class, if you take AP Economics, we will need you to take the AP Physics class, the AP test for economics in May. If you have any questions or you're interested in doing that, please email me and we'll make the change from 143 down to 144. Summer classes again are listed here. You'll select those down below. If you are interested in taking a driver's education course, please be sure that you're picking the right month. Don't pick June if July is going to work for you, or don't pick July if only June will work for you. Only pick one of the two, don't pick both. Couple buttons down below. Cancel clears out any of the selections you might have made in any of the boxes above. Save and revisit later allows you to keep the boxes checked, but you'll also be able to go back into the form. The submit button is what you press when you're ready to send the schedule. You need to press the submit button for me to know that you've made your course selections. Once you've pressed the submit button, the course selections are locked. You cannot go back to this form and make any other changes. You can go back and look at the form and see what you selected, but you cannot change anything. Now, does that mean that you're stuck with those classes you picked? No. If you change your mind about something, let's say you picked marketing and you realize you don't want to take marketing, but you want to take the entrepreneurship and small business operations, that's fine. You can do that. At this point in time, you would email me to say, please drop the marketing and add the small business operations in its place, and I can make that change on the schedules. This is information about the Virtual Academy, so if you want to take any online classes, all the information is contained on these pages, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over things that you could read at your leisure. So with the Archdiocesan Virtual Academy, we do offer 4 AP classes: AP Art History, AP Environmental Science, AP European History, and AP World History. AP means that you have a test on one day in May. Depending upon your score on the test, it determines if you get college credit. So typically the AP score that you need to receive for college credit is either a 4 or a 5 out of 5 points total. Some schools will reward you AP credit or college credit with only a 3. It just depends upon the individual school that you're looking at. So if you do take one of these courses through the Online Virtual Learning Academy, you will need to take the AP test in May. That'll be billed to your fax account when that comes time to pay that. The online learning program. These courses do involve additional costs because you're paying the Archdiocese of Chicago for the Virtual Academy, so be aware of that. And you'll do the registration online through the Virtual Academy, and if you want that counted as part of your grades, you'll bring that information to me following those instructions. So again, I invite you to read those information at your leisure. Some last minute final reminders. You need to have 7.5 credits as a senior. So again, if you've got that 4.5 or the 5.5 credits, you either need 3 more credits or 2 more credits, keeping in mind that your PE is already included in these credits, so don't add that to an additional credit mark. You can go up to 8 credits. If you have 8 credits, you will not have a study hall unless you take something in the summer. So if you take something in the summer, then you can have a study hall during the school year. You can go up to 8.5 credits. 8.5 credits would mean you take something in the summer. And again, you would not have any study halls during the year. So if you want to load your schedule up, that's fine. You could take something in the summer, and then you can also take no study halls during your senior year to get you to the 8.5 credits. If you have particular questions about that, come and see me. I will also be up in the library in the coming days. The dates that I will be up there and your counselors will be in the library, as well as the Fine Arts Department will be in the library. Those will be announced in the daily bulletin because we're not going to be up there necessarily every lunch period over the coming days, but we'll make sure we announce those in the A period daily announcements. Seniors, to-be seniors, need to have their course selection process completed by March 22nd. This is especially important if you are going on the junior retreat on the 25th and the 26th. So if you are going on junior retreat, please make sure you get this done before March 22nd, because otherwise then you're pushing this off into the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and that's going to be too long in this process. Please begin checking your emails regularly, which means on a daily basis, because if I have questions or concerns about your schedule, I will be emailing you those. And again, if you have any questions or concerns, please see your counselor or me, because we want you to make sure you pick classes that are going to challenge you, that are going to push you to be the best person you can be in senior year and get you ready to be prepared for college and for your future careers. So again, any questions, any concerns, any problems, let us know. Good luck with the course scheduling process, and take care.